In a quiet little village, nestled between green fields and slow-moving rivers, lived an old man named Ramu Kaka. Though he was over 70 years old, his heart was still young and full of compassion. He was a simple farmer, not rich by any measure, but he was known across the village for one thing, his kindness. Ramu Kaka believed in one simple principle: if every person does at least one good deed a day, the world will slowly become a better place. He lived by this motto, and unknowingly, started a chain of kindness that would change many lives. A cold morning. One chilly morning, Ramu Kaka was walking toward his fields when he saw a young man sitting by the roadside. He looked tired, hungry, and worn out, dressed in torn clothes, with eyes full of worry. Without hesitation, Ramu Kaka walked up to him and said, "Come home with me, son. You look like you could use some food and rest." The young man, unsure but grateful, nodded. His name was Arjun. He had come from the city in search of work, but had run out of money and luck. Ramu Kaka offered him a warm meal, a place to bathe, and a clean set of old clothes. A new beginning for Arjun. After Arjun regained some strength, Ramu Kaka spoke to his old friend Hariya, who owned a small woodworking workshop in the village. "Hariya, this boy is honest and hard-working. Will you give him a chance?" Hariya agreed, and Arjun started working at the workshop. He proved to be sincere and efficient. Slowly, he earned everyone's respect and became part of the community. A few months later, Arjun saved enough money to live independently. One evening, he went back to Ramu Kaka's house, touched his feet, and said, "You gave me a new life, Kaka. Now it's my turn to help someone." Ramu Kaka smiled warmly. "That's how it should be, Beta. Kindness is not something you keep, it's something you pass on. Passing it forward." One evening, on his way back from work, Arjun noticed an old woman sitting by the road. She looked lost and tired, clutching a torn bag. He stopped and asked gently, "Ma, what happened?" She explained that she had come from the city to meet her daughter in the village, but had gotten lost. She had no food, no way to contact anyone, and no idea where to go. Arjun offered her water, food, and took her to his home for the night. The next morning, he located her daughter and took the old woman to her safely. Before leaving, she held Arjun's hand and said, "May God bless you, son. You are my angel today." A growing chain. Arjun's kind gesture wasn't the end. A few weeks later, he helped a poor boy named Mohan join school by buying him books and uniforms. Mohan studied hard, and later helped educate his younger sister, Pooja. Pooja grew up to become the village's first female schoolteacher. The cycle of kindness continued, quietly but steadily. Each act, no matter how small, inspired another. Soon, people in the village started to notice a change. Not in the roads or buildings, but in hearts and minds. Neighbors who barely spoke now helped each other during hard times. Children were taught to share, to greet elders, and to ask every evening, "Did you help someone today?" Reaching the city. One day, a young journalist named Neha visited the village to meet her grandparents. She noticed the unusual warmth in people, how strangers smiled, how children helped the elderly, how every person seemed to have a story of someone helping them. Neha was moved. She wrote an article titled, "A Village Where Kindness Lives," describing how one man's habit of doing good had sparked a quiet revolution. The article went viral. City newspapers published it, social media users shared it, and even television channels covered the story. People from cities started visiting the village, eager to witness this living chain of compassion. Recognition and reflection. The district collector visited the village and honored Ramu Kaka for inspiring such a beautiful change. During the ceremony, Ramu Kaka was asked to speak. He said just one line, "Be the reason someone smiles today." That is true humanity. People clapped, but more than that, they thought. They started wondering, why can't we do this in our cities too? The legacy. Years passed. Ramu Kaka eventually left the world peacefully, leaving behind a legacy no wealth could measure. His home was turned into a community center, where people came to donate books, share food, or simply sit and talk. Every house in the village now had a small board outside with a simple question. Who did you help today? Children would read it each morning. Elders would think of it before sleeping. The question became more than a habit, it became a way of life.